So today we're fuel tanking. So best part of the work is out of the way, I guess, which is the back seats. You gotta bolt them off there and in the corner. They're taking a rest on the next Celica back here. Got a big surprise, homeboy. Did a Moroso pan today. Woo! Should be good. New gas tank over here, sitting pretty. So it's basically just to unbolt. Excuse my crappy exhaust, I welded that myself. So unbolt, take the plastics off, and then we should be in business. So let's start up here, remove all the necessary connections, and see where it gets us. Okay, so now the fashionable hardware is out of the way. Now we're down to bones. So I gotta release here and here to drop the tank. Also gotta pull this. And we're almost back in business. Didn't do such a bad job the last time. No leaks. I think this thing could have lasted another year, but hey, always expect the unexpected. It may not leak now, but a little further down the road you might have to do the same thing again. So let's just get it out and get it done. There we go. Woo. Release that bad boy. All right. So now that we have that out of the way, this requires 14 to pull it, so I'm gonna get right on to that. See you guys in a minute. Okay, so I was having an issue with this clip. However, I figured all you need is a handy pick and you release it in here for it to get over this little notch. The same thing I did for this one, but up on the fuel pump area. So right now we're free and clear to go. Let's see. Yep. Okay. Alright, so gotta clear that part from over the exhaust and then should be on the ground. Alright, so this bad boy is on the ground. Gotta switch over these connections to the new tank along with our trusty and efficient pump. Alright, I'm gonna have to drain all the gas out, so I have to transfer it to the new one. Alright, so new tank, old tank. Let's get to it. Alright, so we've got the pump out. Next, it's this thing here. It's giving me a little issue. Not quite sure how to take it out, but I'm about to figure that out. Not too much pressure because I don't want to damage it, so that would, you know, set me back, way back. So I'm just gonna pop a couple YouTube videos to see if they have anything out. If not, you know, I'm just gonna figure it out the hard way. Basic reason I'm doing this video is because I haven't seen one on YouTube on removing the gas tank from a Celica. So this is just to make anybody else who will be doing it in the future have the option to really do a fact check on it. Alright, I'll let you know how I get this off. Alright, so here we go, I got it out. Basically it had this rubber that was stuck in here. If you notice, there are grooves, so it goes in and it sits in, and then this little ridge right here was I guess underneath, holding onto right there. So I had to use a flathead and pry it up while going right around and remove it. So you want to be, it doesn't look like there's anything that can get broken or so on, but definitely with changing over parts, you want to be careful with that. Alright, so basically we're gonna transfer this into the new gas tank. I used some brake clean and cleaned it up. Notice there's a little rust. You want to try to remove as much as that as possible before putting it onto the new tank, because you know rust transfers. So what I'm gonna do is to use a little bit of or dip it in some transmission fluid and rub it off a little bit more with a wire brush to get rid of the excess rust, and then lubricate it and drop it over there into the new tank that's ready and waiting for it. Now there was this cover that came on this, so also I guess you want to clean that up too. I'm gonna brush it off and clean it up with some brake clean to fit it back onto the new tank. Okay, so this is the hardware that came with the gas tank, and looking in here I see we have another one of those, because I was just a little bit concerned. The one I had it's still in good condition, you know, and it has a few little cracks on it here and there. I brushed it off, but I'm still gonna hang on to this. You never know what the future holds, right? Yep. Cleaned it up real good. I'm thinking maybe I want to use this, or maybe I should just swing with the new one. Well, we'll see. Alright, so here we go. Everything's been reinstalled, cleaned, and seated. So basically from here on out, it's just getting her back up under the car. So it's starting to get a little dark out, so I'm gonna grab my trusty light and get to work, because we're gonna start her up tonight. Alright, so back into the belly of the beast. So the gas tank is partially up. I made sure to make all my connections. Now take a close look. Never ever ever lose that little yellow clip right there. If you do, then this line is like you're screwed. Alright, so I'm back up here. That's good. It's on perfect. And here's a little look of things back there. That goes to the evap canister. I have all the lines connected pretty much, so it's just to reconnect the wires and finish tightening up the straps, and then I'll put in some gasoline and we'll fire her up and see what's going on. Okay guys, here we go. We're all strapped in. There we go. And that. So all four are in. We have an empty tank. Please be sure to reconnect all your hoses. Major one, if you don't put this back and you go to the gas station, all your gas is going to end up on the floor. Alright, so Oops. So all lines are back and in position. Oops. Everything. Alright, so I have a heat shield that goes over the exhaust to cover this. However, the rivets that I have to put it back on, they're too small, so I need to get some bigger rivets to put that heat shield back on. So for now, I'm just gonna do the one back here along with the plastic cover for the tank and fill her up, and then we're back in business. Okay people, so this is it. Everything is back into place. I had a little issue with this particular heat shield. It was riveted in up here, so the rivets I have are a little smaller than the holes, so I may do tie straps. So let's see how they hold up against the heat from the exhaust. But other than that, everything's back into place. Gas tank is up, everything is connected, evap canister, everybody is back in place, and we're all bolted up. So I'm about to gather all my tools from under the car and fill her up with gas. Well, put back whatever I took out the other tank in there. If you have fresh fuel, you can use your fresh fuel, but for now I just have what I got, so that's what I'm gonna use. Got a little rust in there, so I'm gonna strain it off and put most of it back in, put her on the ground, start her up, and that should be it. All right, so again, everything is all connected under there. Everything's in place here, so I won't worry about the seats right now. I'll put those in tomorrow. So that should be that, and let's get her fueled up and on the ground. All right, okay people, moment of truth. So gasoline in, key in. Let's see what we got over here. Well, at least it's reading that we have gas, so that's a good thing. All right, let's see what startup is gonna be like. She's alive! Don't worry about the check engine light that's saying I need a catalytic converter, which we all know that we can do without that. So that's that for now. She's on. Idle sounds good. Good so far, so we're just gonna leave it running for like 5 minutes And that's that. So there goes installation, removal, 00 Celica gas tank.